We often think sacred spaces are found in temples, churches, or nature. But one of the most powerful sacred space might be right in your own home. And you've been walking past it every day. It's not your living room, it's not your office, it's your table. Today, I want to show you how something as simple as a meal at the table can become a place of healing, identity, and transformation for you and your family. Think about it. Research shows that families who eat together consistently, they build a healthier home and smarter kids. They improve communication skills and stronger relationships. They develop healthier eating habits and even lower obesity risks. They also lower rates of substance abuse, depression, eating disorders, and they have better academic outcomes. I've seen it in my own life, the difference between just eating and actually connecting around the table. And it has been really amazing, night and day, the difference, the change that is actually starting to take place in our home. As a child, many times I had the TV on while we ate, and many family did or still do that these days. But more than ever, because of the mobile phone, many people are scrolling during the meals, and conversations are short, if any. Now, in our home, Cinzia, my wife, and I, we have become more intentional with our family meals. We've made the table sacred again, and it's transforming our family little by little. So, in this video, I will show you how you can build a culture that heals, a culture that connects, and even change the legacy of your family. Welcome to Wisdom Etc., the space where we seek to unpack and understand eternal wisdom practically. I am Flavio, and this year we are journeying through the 12 essential areas of life, from health and wealth to purpose and spirituality. Each month we focus on one area. And this month we are looking at family, the foundation of society. Last week we talked about how your family is a nation. And if you missed that episode, check it out after this one. Now, if you want to grow deeper with us this year, we've created a WhatsApp group. And once a week, we give suggestions of books, videos, movies, and more. Um, One post, one theme, once a week. Scan the QR code right here on the screen to join us. We would love to see you there. And you can also follow us on Instagram for your daily shot of wisdom and inspiration. Just tap the link on the screen or in the description. Imagine your house in three distinct dimensions. Just as you are spirit, soul, and body, you live in a physical structure, a house or an apartment, perhaps a boat or a caravan. We lived on a ship for a few years, but that's just the structure, right? And then your home, what we truly call home, is the soul, the feeling of belonging, the emotional energy within the family. And there is the spiritual dimension where God's spirits dwell or desires to dwell and reign. Every home has these three levels, but not every home becomes a dwelling for God's presence, and that only happens through intentional connections when love and respect are cultivated through presence and attention. Now, let me say something bold here. Your dining table is the true altar of your home. It's more sacred than your TV, more intimate than your living room, because at the table you look uh, you look into each other's eyes. You share, you eat together, you communicate, you celebrate, you remember who you are and where you belong. We have started doing this with intention. No phones, no distractions. Everyone has a seat, and we show up, and we want to make it. We want to make it an event, not just a meal, right? So we want it to be a place where the kids can ask questions, they can open up, and they can listen. So we start using conversation cards, and it has been helpful to unlock something, to get sometimes something specific out of them, and we can share from our experiences as well. Our kids are 17, 10, and 6 years old, so there is this age gap, and with that comes different needs and different perspectives, but we can still make it meaningful. Now, our family, just like yours, if you still have kids at home, we are under construction, right? We still have disagreements, still have kids complaining about eating vegetables. We still have kids teasing and provoking one another, just as families do. And some days are better than others. But we still need to stick and become intentional, making that space sacred. And there is so much that can be accomplished over a family meal. Now, I'm talking to you. You might live alone, or maybe your family feels distant. But here's the truth: you can start today, even if it's just you at the table. You can set the table. Maybe you can light a candle, say a prayer, reclaim the sacred, the moment, make it special. Even if your family never eat together growing up as a kid, even if there is tensions, you can shift the culture by being intentional, and making that space, that place, a sacred place. Now, here's how to make your table sacred again. Choose a time to gather daily, even if it's just breakfast. You know the best time for your meals. Ban the phones from the tables, all the screens, TV, iPads, the tablets. Set the table beautifully. Use your best dishes, not just for guests. You are the guest of honor. Make your family guests of honor, and then you serve with intention. Make it special, even if it's just a bowl of soup or beans on toast. Make it special, and above all, be present. Ask real questions. Listen. Touch your kids. Smile. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress, and it's about presence over pressure. It's not the time to put pressure on your kids. Avoid strong confrontation during the meals, even if possible. I know sometimes we need to have those tough conversations, but if possible, let the table experience be a positive and welcoming experience. On a side note, I think it's important to mention that because it's been part of our experience as a family. I am developing and working on our family crest. Why should only royals and noble have a coat of arms? I want my children to have a symbol of our family's identity, our values, our mission, something they can carry with pride into their own families. So you can create one too. I'm, encouraging you to do that. Start small, draw it, frame it, leave it. Remember, you are a nation, just like we saw last week. You are royalties in God's kingdom. So let your crest reflect that as well. Drop a comment below. What is your family table like? Do you have one? Do you use one? Let's talk about it. Like this video, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to make their table sacred again. Some of this content was inspired by the book The Table Experience by Dave Titus. There is also a YouTube playlist. You might want to check it out and be inspired. So this week, your task is simple: reclaim your table, set it with intention, share a meal without screens, and ask someone, how was your day? And listen, really listen, because the table heals, the table teaches, the table connects. I am Flavio, and this is Wisdom, etc., and we are redeeming the time. one sacred meal, one sacred table at the time. See you next time. Bye for now.